The silent observers. For millennia, the great civilizations of the galaxy had dismissed Earth as little more than a curiosity. The blue-green world orbiting an unremarkable yellow star in the unfashionable western spiral arm of the Milky Way. While thousands of species traded, warred, explored, and formed complex political alliances across the cosmos, Earth remained silent. No transmissions, no outbound ships, no diplomatic overtures. The Galactic Union, a federation of over 200 intelligent species, had classified Earth as a pre-contact civilization, primitive beings still struggling with basic spaceflight and resource management. The mighty Arcturian Empire sneered at humanity's apparent technological infancy. The Zentari Collective barely acknowledged Earth's existence at all. "Such a waste of a perfectly habitable world," remarked High Chancellor Vextor of the Arcturian Empire during a routine border patrol briefing. "Their transmissions show they're still burning fossil fuels and fighting over arbitrary territorial lines. Primitive doesn't begin to describe it." His subordinate, Science Director Lyra, nodded in agreement. "Our latest observations indicate they've barely established outposts on their own moon. The Galactic Standards Committee estimates they're at least 3 centuries from achieving viable interstellar travel. But all that changed when the Galactic Union monitoring station in the neighboring Alpha Centauri system detected something unusual, something impossible. High Chancellor, we've detected a gravitational anomaly near Jupiter's orbit," reported Lieutenant Krax, his 8 eyes blinking in confusion. "The readings suggest a mass displacement consistent with a Class AX wormhole, but that can't be right. The energy requirements alone would be beyond anything Earth could generate." Vextor dismissed the report at first. "Equipment malfunction. Have the sensors recalibrated." But the anomalies continued. Strange energy signatures flickered at the edges of the Sol system. Quantum fluctuations appeared and vanished around Earth's moon. Occasional gravitational waves rippled through nearby space, their origin impossible to pinpoint. The Galactic Union Council convened an emergency session. Representative Thala of the Zentari Collective rose to address the assembly. "For centuries, we have observed Earth from afar, assuming their silence indicated technological infancy. But what if we've misinterpreted their silence? What if it wasn't the silence of inability, but the silence of choice?" The council chamber erupted in dismissive chatter. The Arcturian delegation laughed openly. The Plex Federation representatives rolled their compound eyes in derision. "Send a diplomatic vessel," suggested Elder Mox of the Plex. "If they're hiding something, let's find out what it is." The Union dispatched the diplomatic cruiser Harmony, a sleek vessel designed for first contact scenarios. As it approached Earth's orbit, something unexpected happened. The Harmony vanished. Not destroyed, not damaged, simply gone, as if it had been plucked from existence itself. 2 more ships were sent to investigate. Neither returned. No distress signals, no debris fields, no radiation signatures, just complete disappearance. Now the galaxy's attention was fully captured. The Arcturian Empire, never one to show restraint, dispatched a battle fleet of 12 warships to the Sol system, determined to solve the mystery by force if necessary. Admiral Zexpar, brother to the High Chancellor, commanded from the flagship Inevitable Conquest. Whatever primitive technologies they possess cannot stand against an Arcturian battle group. "We will discover the truth for the glory of the Empire." The fleet dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the Sol system, weapons charged, shields at maximum. Their long-range sensors detected nothing unusual, just a small blue planet with primitive satellites, a red planet with rudimentary research outposts, and the expected natural celestial bodies. Then, without warning, the void before them rippled like water disturbed by a stone. Space itself seemed to fold and unfurl, revealing something that shouldn't exist. A massive structure materialized directly in their path, a space station the size of a small moon, its architecture unlike anything known in the galaxy. Its surface was smooth, almost liquid in appearance, with no visible seams or construction marks. "Impossible," whispered Admiral Zexpar. Our intelligence reports indicate no such construction. Earth doesn't have the technology, the resources, or the manpower to build something of this scale. Before the Arcturian fleet could react, their ship systems began shutting down one by one. Not through electromagnetic pulses or conventional cyber warfare, but through quantum entanglement disruption, a theoretical technology the finest scientific minds in the galaxy had only speculated about. In the command ship's bridge, as systems failed around him, Admiral Zexfar received a transmission, not through conventional communication channels, but directly into the ship's central computer, bypassing all security protocols as if they didn't exist. A human figure appeared on the main view screen, not wearing any environmental suit or military uniform, but simple civilian clothing. A woman with dark skin, silver-streaked hair, and eyes that seemed to contain galaxies. "This is Director Amara Chen of Earth's Stellar Guardian Initiative," she said, her voice calm and measured. "Your presence here is unauthorized. The Sol system is protected space. You will power down your weapons systems and prepare to receive boarding parties, or you will be removed." Admiral Zexfar, pride wounded but survival instinct intact, snarled, "We are an Arcturian battle fleet. We do not take orders from primitive." His words died as the station before them pulsed with blue energy. Instantly, 4 of his support ships simply vanished, not destroyed, not damaged, not transported. They ceased to exist, as if reality itself had been edited to remove them. "What you are witnessing is phase shift technology," Director Chen explained, as if lecturing a child. "Your vessels have been relocated to a containment facility near Pluto. Their crews are unharmed, but will remain our guests until diplomatic relations can be established. This is your final warning." Rumors spread across the galaxy with impossible speed. The supposedly primitive Earth had neutralized an Arcturian battle fleet without firing a single conventional weapon. The Galactic Union Council fell into chaos. The Zentari Collective began massive military mobilization. The Plex Federation initiated emergency diplomatic protocols. And still, Earth remained mostly silent, offering no explanations, no threats, no demands. 3 standard cycles later, a small vessel appeared simultaneously at every major power's capital world. Not through hyperspace or warp technology, but through what appeared to be instantaneous matter transmission across thousands of light years, a technology previously thought impossible by the laws of physics as understood by galactic science. Each vessel contained a single human diplomat and a data crystal. The message was the same everywhere. "For centuries, we watched you. For centuries, we listened. We observed your wars, your treaties, your expansion, your exploitation. We learned your languages, studied your cultures, understood your technologies. We remained silent not out of ignorance or fear, but out of caution and wisdom. Earth is now ready to join the galactic community, but on our terms. The time of silence is over. The time of conversation begins." The galaxy, which had for so long dismissed Earth as an insignificant backwater, now held its collective breath, waiting to hear what humanity would say next. The Awakening. The diplomatic chambers of the Galactic Union's headquarters on Nexus Prime had never been so crowded. Representatives from over 500 worlds crammed into the Grand Hall, their diverse physiologies creating a tapestry of life forms unlike any gathering in recent memory. Even species that had been at war for generations now sat side by side, united by a common emotion: apprehension. At the center of it all stood a single human, Ambassador Ileana Reyes, her simple blue suit contrasting sharply with the elaborate ceremonial garb of the other diplomats. She carried no weapons or no armor, displayed no technology beyond a small translucent tablet. Yet the room fell silent when she stepped forward. "For over 700 of our years," she began, her voice calm but carrying to every corner of the vast chamber, "humanity has watched the stars. We intercepted your transmissions, decoded your languages, and observed your civilizations. We learned that the galaxy is beautiful, diverse, and dangerous. Holographic displays activated around the chamber, showing images that shocked the assembled delegates. Their secret military installations, classified research facilities, hidden weapons platforms, all captured in perfect detail from impossible angles. You wondered why Earth was silent. Ambassador Reyes continued. The answer is simple. We were listening. And what we heard gave us pause. High Chancellor Vextor of the Arcturian Empire rose from his seat, his massive frame dominating his section of the chamber. You spied on sovereign powers. You violated galactic privacy laws. We observed, interrupted Reyes, unintimidated, just as you observed us. The difference is, we sought everything, while you saw only what we allowed you to see. The holographic displays shifted to show Earth, not the seemingly primitive world the galaxy thought it knew, but the truth. Vast underground cities stretching beneath the oceans, orbital installations cloaked by technology that bent light and gravity alike. A Mars transformed by terraforming far beyond the rudimentary outposts the galaxy had detected. 5 centuries ago, Reyes explained, we achieved faster than light travel, but we also detected something else. Something ancient, something hunting. The displays changed again, showing grainy footage of massive shadow-like entities moving between stars, consuming energy and leaving dead worlds in their wake. We call them the Void Eaters. They feed on technological signatures, gravitational anomalies, faster than light wakes. The more advanced a civilization becomes, the more visible it is to them. The more it broadcasts its presence, the faster they come. Elder Mox of the Plex Federation chittered nervously. If such entities existed, our civilizations would have encountered them. We have traveled the stars for millennia. You have, nodded Reyes. And many civilizations that came before you didn't survive to tell the tale. We found their remains, studied their final transmissions. The Void Eaters are patient. They are ancient. And they are coming back. The chamber erupted in panicked discussions. Some delegates called it a human deception, a fabrication to justify Earth's secretive development. Others demanded evidence, proofs, coordinates. Ambassador Reyes raised her hand, and somehow, the gesture silenced the room more effectively than any shout could have. We remained silent to protect ourselves, yes, but also to prepare. While you built empires and waged wars, we built something else. The holographic displays showed a network of massive stations positioned in strategic locations throughout the galaxy, all hidden by the same phase-shift technology that had neutralized the Arcturian fleet. Some were embedded in nebulae, others within gas giants, still others in the coronas of stars. The Sentinel Network, 342 installations, each capable of detecting Void Eater approach vectors and creating quantum disruption fields that render them vulnerable. We've spent centuries building this defense grid in secret, knowing that once activated, it would draw their attention immediately. The revelation stunned the assembly. The scale of the project, the level of technology required, the sheer audacity of a single world undertaking such an endeavor, it defied comprehension. But why reveal yourselves now? Asked Representative Thala of the Zentari Collective, her crystalline voice resonating with genuine curiosity. Ambassador Reyes's expression darkened. Because 3 weeks ago, our deep space monitoring stations detected a Void Eater cluster approaching the Orion Spur. We estimate no more than 2 years before they reach populated systems. The network is ready, but it cannot be operated by humanity alone. Each station requires coordination with local space-time conditions. We need allies. We need you. For several moments, the chamber remained silent as the implications sank in. Then High Chancellor Vextor laughed, a booming sound that echoed off the vaulted ceiling. A convenient tale. You develop advanced technology in secret, then conjure some ancient enemy to justify your deception and demand our cooperation. Ambassador Reyes didn't flinch. You're welcome to verify our findings. In fact, we insist upon it. We've prepared data packets for each major scientific institution. Examine them. Test the theories. Draw your own conclusions, but do it quickly, because whether you believe us or not, the Void Eaters are coming. The weeks that followed saw unprecedented cooperation between galactic powers. Scientific delegations from 27 civilizations visited Earth, expressing astonishment at what they found. Human quantum technology was decades beyond anything in the galaxy. Their understanding of dimensional physics made the most advanced Centauri theories look primitive by comparison. Most compelling were the recovered artifacts from civilizations that had vanished without explanation. Worlds that had been broadcasting one day, then gone silent the next, leaving only ruins with the same distinctive energy signature the humans had identified as Void Eater attacks. 3 months after the initial revelation, the Galactic Union convened again. This time, the vote was unanimous. Operation Lightkeeper would commence immediately. A joint defense initiative built around humanity's Sentinel network, integrating technologies and personnel from across the galaxy. Admiral Zexpar, once humiliated by Earth's defensive systems, now stood side by side with Director Amara Chen on the command deck of Sentinel Prime, the headquarters of the operation. His massive Arcturian frame dwarfed her human one, yet he deferred to her expertise without hesitation. "Your people built all this in secret," he marveled, gesturing at the incredible technology surrounding them, while maintaining the illusion of primitive development. How? Why not simply hide completely? Director Chen's smile held both warmth and sadness. Total isolation wasn't an option. We needed to understand the galaxy to defend it, so we created a careful balance, appearing just advanced enough to be noticed, but not advanced enough to be feared or coveted. "Until now," nodded Zexpar. "Until now," she agreed, "because something worse than being conquered is being consumed. And that's what awaits us all if we don't stand together." On Earth, citizens emerged from underground cities to rebuild the surface that had been deliberately kept underdeveloped as part of the centuries-long deception. Humanity's true population, over 30 billion spread across the Sol system, began to reconnect with their cosmic heritage. Ambassador Rice addressed the United Earth Council, the true governing body that had remained hidden for generations. "Our ancestors made a difficult choice. They saw the danger coming and chose survival through secrecy. They buried our cities, hidden our fleets, and presented a face of primitive development to the galaxy. They called it Operation Silent Guardian. For 700 years, we have been the watchers in the dark, the silent protectors preparing for this moment." She looked out at the faces of humanity's leaders, seeing both fear and determination. "Now the silence ends. Now we speak with our full voice, and the galaxy will hear us. Not as conquerors, not as victims, but as guardians, because what comes from the void doesn't care about our differences, our borders, our histories. It cares only about consumption." As if responding to her words, alarms sounded throughout the chamber. A young officer rushed in, face pale. "Director Chen reports Void Eater activity at the edge of the Sagittarius Arm. They're coming faster than we predicted. Multiple clusters, coordinated movement." Ambassador Rice closed her eyes briefly, then straightened her shoulders. "Send word to our allies. The Sentinel network activates in 1 hour. Humanity has prepared for this moment for centuries. It's time to show the galaxy why we kept silent for so long. And why, when we finally speak, the stars themselves will listen." Across the galaxy, the hidden Sentinel stations powered up simultaneously, their quantum disruption fields creating a web of protection around inhabited systems. From Earth came not silence, but a rallying cry that united species that had never before stood together. The silence was over. Humanity had awakened, and the galaxy would never be the same.